Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Deb.
Hey.
Hello.
Now there I am. How are you, gorgeous?
We're good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I hope you got the message from our beautiful flowers.
No.
You did not. Okay, I have to speak better.
Don't worry.
It's called my computer literacy. I'm on TV time. I can't believe, how many people are joining? Am I the only one so far?
No.
There's Helen.
Hello.
Hey.
No.
Should I put myself on silent?
No, not
No,
yet.
no, it's okay. We can talk now.
Look at this beautiful family in front of me.
Everyone's come to help.
So awesome.
We're trying something new.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting to go and get all the ingredients now.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. I'm checking that up.
Oh, just fixing everything up. Okay, that's better.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, oh, yeah, hey.
I can't see you now. I don't know what I've done.
Yeah, that's in your settings.
I have no idea. I'm not how. What's this?
That's YouTube.
Oh,
Now I can see you.
hello, YouTube. Is it started?
Yeah. But it's got a delay, so.
Oh, okay.
Hi, kids. Hi, Rochel.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're good. We're, yeah, the same as everyone.
Let's go.
Yes.
How's the view?
Pouring my coffee.
Okay, yeah, get whatever you need. We'll wait a couple of minutes. 1 second, let me just fix this one. Okay. Do you have plain flour?
Yes, in my share.
Oh, because I don't know like about the self-raising in the yeast and how that would all work.
Okay, because I googled it and it said to use just a bit less flour and less water.
Oh, okay. You can try.
So I'm just going to give it a go. It's going to be really sweet, just give it to the neighbours.
Yeah, it can't hurt. Oh, that's good. Menachem's just moving the computers around. Oh, okay. This is the YouTube one? Okay. Okay.
Is this a good bowl?
Perfect. Do you think, is it big enough? Hello.
Too big.
Yeah, that looks like, I've got a huge one, but you don't need such a big one. I do 12 cups in here, so you don't need such a big one.
Wow, that's weird.
Okay, 1 second, let me fix this camera. How do we do this? Okay, good. Okay, should we start? Does everyone have their ingredients?
I'm ready.
You're good?
I think I'm ready. Is everyone else?
Is everyone else ready? You good?
Yeah,
Vivian, you good?
I think I'm good.
Oh, Menachem's telling me 1 second. He's just setting one more thing up. We need to get all the different cameras and I don't even know. Everything set up.
Ingredients, but the things to use.
Oh, equipment? Okay, so we need like a cup and a half a cup measuring and measuring spoons and like a spoon or a wooden spoon or a fork to mix, a glass to check the eggs, and that's for now, yeah.
Okay, and glass, yes. I've been so prepared. I've already measured out my ingredients.
Oh wow, you're more organised than me. We did. I've just got everything here.
Stop it. I've already started buying Menachem's beef.
Oh wow, your challenge going to be more professional than his.
Okay, I'm ready.
Excellent. I have to get a wooden spoon now.
Shane, no one's home there. No kids are home. Oh no, sorry, no such luck.
Got a wooden spoon. Okay.
Now,
Can we start?
This doesn't look like mine.
Okay. do you need a wooden spoon also?
No, we have two.
We have 2 wooden spoons.
Can I name us?
Okay. Do you need a wooden spoon? No. Okay. What are you doing, Pat?
Just us three? Is there anyone else here?
Vivian was here a minute ago. I don't know where she's gone. And
And it's about to go.
it's on YouTube also and on Facebook.
No
So
worries, bye.
we can talk and everyone else can just watch us. Yeah. Makes it a bit easier.
The oven on Rochel?
What? Not yet. Because we have to let it rise.
Okay.
So what, yeah. Like when we're braiding it, we'll put the oven on.
And we wear gloves.
You don't have to. I like to wear gloves. You can just... It's your house. You just... When my hands get wet a lot, they get like itchy. So I was like, I wear gloves.
Ready, started. Just run. No, run like that.
You
Come
don't wear
on. Come on,
Yeah.
just go, 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 go.
It doesn't get very... Like, it's okay. You don't really need the gloves. Okay. Can we start yet?
It's just going live. One
Oh,
second.
1 second. Facebook's going live. And then we can start. Let me get my recipe.
Have you been working?
What?
Home
Oh, Deb.
jobs, actually. Good. A few clients at home. And then I can't close them. The salon opens next week again.
I saw some salons open. I walked past a couple. Are they allowed to open?
There's quite a few, yeah.
Yeah. So you're allowed to be open now?
So next week we're opening.
Oh, okay, good. And what?
Hair.
Yeah.
I never told you guys.
Oh no.
Because we were meant to be essential. Have you ever?
Okay, I think we can start. Okay, so we're gonna just start. I like to choose one bowl and keep it easy. We're gonna put 6 cups of flour into our bowl. Yeah, this might take a while because Bella likes to pour in the flour.
That's cool. Go, Bella. 6 cups.
Oops. Okay. It's a bit forgiving, so it doesn't matter if it's a bit more. 2, 3. I've got more. 3. You counting?
This bag only takes 5 cups.
Oh, do you have more? 4.
I tell you what, I've got some wholemeal scones.
Oh yeah, chuck anything in. Here you go.
I can mix it in.
Yeah. 5 and 6. There we go. Okay, you might need some more later if it's sticky, and we'll keep it nearby if we need it. Okay, I don't know how to show you this. Okay, so basically I'm going to divide the flour to divide the bowl into 2. So make like a wall of flour down the middle. Here we go. Bella's helping out.
I'm finishing everything up.
Okay, we've got our wall. Can you see it? It's like hard to see in the camera. There we go. So now that instead of making another bowl dirty, we just use the one bowl and keep it simple.
What would happen if I poured the last cup of a bit of buckwheat flour?
It should be fine. I don't know.
We're going to have a hell of a cover here.
Lots of different nutrients.
Don't worry, nobody else will taste it. Only Stan, we won't know.
Exactly.
I made sure I bought a Glex one just in case.
Hi, Judy.
Okay, so you've got your wall down the middle?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did we have to do? Sorry,
Like-
my darling.
Make a wall kind of a flour down the middle.
Wall.
No, a wall, like to divide the bowl in half.
Oh, like the Red Sea.
Yeah, no, the other way. You want the flour up.
Push the flour together.
Like that, yeah. There we go. Okay.
Shame for the slow one in the class.
No, it's fun. It's all good.
Decline. Oh,
Oh.
what happened?
Oh, you're back. Okay, so now, everyone, you good? On one side of this wall, we're going to put 1.5 tablespoons of yeast. Of yeast. Yeast, yeah, 1.5 tablespoons of yeast. 1 second. There we go. Half tablespoon. Uh-oh. and 1 cup of warm water. You want to like lukewarm.
1 or 2?
1. We use 1 cup now and 1 cup later.
Oh, hold on, I need another cup.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's so organised. She had 2 cups measured out already. Or just use half the water. It doesn't have to be exact. Yeah.
You don't understand. I'm not normal.
You're a perfectionist? Oop. Is it warm? No, it has to be warm, not cold.
You said lukewarm.
Yeah, that's cold.
Because that goes to the same side
As
as
the yeast. Yeah. Yes. The water on the same side as the yeast.
same side as the yeast. Yes.
Yeah, just like warm. Just to like, bring it to life, but not kill it. If it's too hot, it will kill it.
So 1 cup in.
And 1 cup of warm water, yeah, just to make the yeast bubble. And yes, if it's like instant yeast, it pretty much works all the time. But yeah, so now we're just going to leave that and add all the rest of the ingredients on the other side while the yeast is bubbling.
Oh,
Okay.
cute.
Yeah. So we need 2 eggs. Where are my eggs? Here. 2 eggs. I think Peppy's going to do the eggs because you did the other things. We have to keep it fair. Just put it in there. No blood?
No blood. Only guts and balls.
Okay, it's good. 2 eggs in. Then we've got a half a cup of oil. Sorry, what?
What did you say?
A half a cup of oil.
You said 1 cup.
Oh, did I write 1 cup? Sorry. I was trying to halve the recipe, so I guess I didn't halve the oil. Sorry. You just use a half, yeah. Because usually I make double. I thought like it would just be easier if I all make a small recipe. Same side as the eggs. Yeah, we're putting everything now on the same side as the eggs. So we got a half a cup of oil. You can pour that in, yes.
This other way, guys. You're all looking so great. You don't realise how hairy we are with all the beauty cells.
I know.
See, this shows how naturally beautiful we are.
I know you guys are going to be very busy once you're open. And then we're going to do, it's just a half a cup of honey. You can do a little bit less or about half a cup, whatever you want. Put it in the same cup as the oil. Oh, you've already measured it out, just so it slips out easy.
Clever.
Yeah. Tip
Do
it
you
in.
know how clever your mum is, guys?
Yes,
Hey,
we know.
kids.
We know.
Aww.
I'm so excited. I've never made colour on my own. I used to make it, but they would give us the actual dough.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is cool.
My kids won't believe it when they come home. I'm so excited. I just want to think we came to the wrong house.
Okay, so we've got the same side as the eggs and the oil. Yeah, so we've got the eggs, the oil, the honey. Now we're going to do a tablespoon of salt.
This is so fun. I'm just loving life.
Good.
Here's my salt.
You have to fill up the tablespoon. You need the flavour. Okay, and now the 2nd cup of warm water. Also onto this side.
Can I put
Woo, careful.
water?
Yeah, sure. Okay, you ready?
I think some of it's going on the other side.
That's okay. We're going to bash down our wall in a minute, as the kids like to say.
You know this song, Ain't No Mountain High
Okay, so
Sorry, I always wanted to be a singer and think we just got a day job.
so Menachem just said there's some people who have just joined. So I'm just going to recap. On one side of our bowl, we've got 1.5 tablespoons of yeast and a cup of water. On the other side, we've got 2 eggs, a half a cup of oil, and a tablespoon of salt, and a cup of warm water.
2 cups.
No, on one side there's 1 cup of water on each side. And now we've left the yeast to bubble, and it started to bubble, hopefully, and come alive. Ours has. And now that it's done that, I'm just going to break up the egg yolks and mix this side a little bit. No, Mummy's doing it now. Yolks, mix the honey and the oil a little bit, and then, as the kids say now for the fun part, we get to bash down our wall and just try and mix it all together. Okay, Bella needs a turn before we all get ahead of it.
So we're just mixing it in circles now.
Yeah, just mix it all. We want to just bring everything together. In a moment it will get a bit too hard to mix, so then we can get our hands in. But keep extra flour on hand because it might be a little bit sticky, so we'll probably need to add a bit more flour. Also, because I'm using spelt flour, so spelt doesn't have the same amount of gluten as wheat, so it doesn't need to be kneaded. Like wheat flour needs to be kneaded to relax the gluten strands and to make it soft, but spelt doesn't have that, so we just literally just want to mix it to bring all the ingredients together. We've got like a nice soft ball of dough. If you're using regular flour, you're going to need to knead it and work it a bit. Oh dear, that was a very loud bang.
I couldn't get spelt flour for love of honey at all those doing.
Yeah, a lot of supermarkets are out now. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit oh, Nachum, what are you doing? You can see it's sticky, like it's sticking to my fingers, it's sticking to the bowl. You can get your hands in now. So I'm going to just sprinkle a bit more flour over the top. So I've just kind of coated the whole thing in flour. And I'm going to like gently just mix it and fold it.
I think I'm going to need more flour.
Yeah, I just sprinkled more flour in, so you'll probably need some. So now I'm just like going to gently fold the extra flour in. Oh. I see, I'm not like working it, I'm just folding in the flour. But it's still a bit sticky, so
Bella.
I'm going to add some more.
This is like a magma.
Yeah. It's a good sensory experience. No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait. Yeah, put your gloves on.
It's okay, we'll wash our hands after. Okay, see, like it's just one ball. It's not sticking to me as much anymore. Just folding it in gently to incorporate the extra flour. It's still a bit sticky, so we might need a tiny bit more.
Could have given me something.
So I'm just like sprinkling a bit extra on each. Well, there's a lot of hands here. What's going on?
There.
Oh, mine's very thick.
So there. I've got just a soft ball of dough. You want it to like when you touch it? Yeah, Deb, you might need more flour.
Could it be the buckwheat? It's some zero.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, Rob.
No, it's okay. Why are you apologizing?
I ain't not that much to do actually. For a while.
You can maybe also add a little bit of oil if it's really, really sticky. I think you need more flour, Deb. That's like, yeah. Each time I make it, it's different. Because, yeah, you want it to be just like a non-sticky. Okay, it's coming together, Deb.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Very slowly, but I'm getting there.
It's like a pillow.
Looks like a pillow.
God. Why? Well, because we're not professional, Dad. That's why. You know, that's exactly why.
No, don't worry. Everyone's got flat dough on their hands.
Not me.
It's easy to mix.
Yeah. I have some.
Jim Gordon's got herself in a
Oh my God. I haven't got myself in a stick.
Okay, I'll put them straight on now. No, that's all right. I did go back and I couldn't find. But there we are. 3
Oh,
pages.
mine's getting better.
Is it getting better?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. It will work.
I don't even have a flashlight yet. I'm just sharing this with the neighbours. I'm going to have the biggest colour.
Oh, this recipe will make at least 4 colours, so you're gonna have a lot. Yeah.
I wonder if the buckwheat's got anything to do with the stickiness.
The buckwheat might. I'm not sure how buckwheat flour goes. Do you have any coconut flour?
Stop, 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 stop.
Do you know what? Maybe. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I one time had to add a tiny bit of coconut flour. What?
I think it's getting there.
Okay.
Well, I'm not self-grazing, so my colour will be from here to your house.
In a minute, I'll show you what you can do with some of the dough if you want. So, just once it's ready, I'm just going to pour a little bit of oil over it, and we'll cover it and let it to rise. Leave it to rise. What? Let it rise for at least a half an hour, and then punch it down and let it rise for another half hour.
I'm going to be going for half a day.
Or you can leave it, like you can leave it for an hour or two if you've got other stuff to do. No.
I think I'm going to need a bath after this.
So I've covered it, give it a little massage with the oil, and I'm going to cover it with some Glad wrap or a wet towel, and just leave it to rise.
Stop, 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 stop.
She just wants to massage the dough. I have a tea towel. So I've got a tea towel. I'm just going to make it a bit damp and put it over the bowl.
You've got it there. Look at you. Oh, wow.
Yeah, put it on. So I've just dampened the tea towel, and I'm going to just put it away to rise for a bit. While you're still kneading, I'll show you what you can do with some of your challah.
One sec, Rochel.
Yeah.
Mommy.
One second. You what?
When I do this,
Yeah.
okay, it's not sticky. What do I do with the oil?
Just pour a little bit on and just massage the dough, and then cover it with a Glad wrap or a wet towel. Here's one we prepared earlier. More dough.
A full cheese pizza. I'm going to have a full flour.
It's cold. Mama, why is it so cold?
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, put a bit of extra flour in. It will help it.
This buckwheat is very sticky. I like buckwheat. You know, I bought it the other day to make some stuff with it, and I never got around to it.
Okay, so
Much better.
if you're done and you have other stuff to do, you don't need to watch. I just want to show you what we do with some of the challahs, like put some stuff in the middle of the challah, in the strands, and I don't know, if you have extra dough, you can make a chocolate babka. So with this dough that has already risen, we'll do some of that, and yeah, you can see what to do later. once your dough has risen. So I've just sprinkled the bench with some flour. And this amount of dough makes like 4 medium-sized challas. So I'm going to cut it into 4. You can make a lot of small rolls if you want. You can make smaller challas or really big challas. But I know for us it makes 4 medium-sized challas. That's what I'm going to stick to.
Why is it so cold, Mama?
It's cold because it was in the fridge. We let it rise in the fridge.
Oh, so should we put it in the fridge?
No. Leave it out. This dough I made last night, so I let it rise in the fridge. Otherwise it would explode everywhere.
Does it look okay, Rob?
Yeah, it looks great. It came together.
Finally.
You did it. It's very forgiving, the dough. Okay. So, I have to divide into small pieces so each kid gets to make a challah. Here you go, Bella. Here you go. Okay. So, with each of these quarters of dough, I'm going to make 1 challah or a babka. So, I'm going to divide my dough into 3. And this one I'm going to stuff with some pesto and sun-dried tomatoes. Menachem liked that last week. Everyone liked it.
Well, I didn't. I'm making that.
Okay, so I've got a rolling pin and I've got
I don't know.
the strands of dough. This is just if you want to like stuff it and get creative, have some fun. You don't have to do it. Bella, I need the rolling pin.
I need it. But I need it, Mama.
Okay. So I've got
Chocolate in.
a strand of dough and I kind of made it flat. And I've got some pesto from a jar. Oh, shucks. It's going to be pesto on the outside of the dough as well.
Oh, I like that.
And I'm going to put a little bit, let's see if I can pick it up, on the inside. And then I'm going to pinch it closed. Can you see?
Yeah.
So that it goes inside the strands. And I'm going to do that for 3 strands and then braid it so that the pesto will be like all through the challah. So I've got 1. Bella's stolen the rolling pin, so I'm just going to squish it with my hands. And try and make it the same length and flatten it out.
With exploding pesto.
With exploding pesto. How's it going, Dev?
I think it needs to be all video.
It's okay, we're having... Don't worry, I'm making a mess here. There's pesto going everywhere. So basically with your dough, let it rise for half an hour, punch it down, let it rise for another half an hour, and then braid it.
How do we braid it?
Well, like hair, like a plait. You can do a 3 braid like a plait. That's probably the easiest. Or you could just make 1 long roll and...
Divide it into 4 pieces?
Yeah, like 3 or 4, divide it into... Yes, you take your ball of dough, divide it into 4 equal pieces, and then each of those pieces, divide it into 3 and braid it like a hair plait, like a plait.
Oh, honey, yeah, I haven't done it for that.
Okay, so Menachem, can you just... 1 second, I'll show you, I'll just braid it. Oh, Bella's got her chocolate ready.
Screen time.
Yeah, just can you angle it here? Menachem's angled it down. So here we go. Okay, so we've got 3 strands. Oh, I think I've made them a bit too long and skinny. Doesn't matter. We'll squish it at the end. Just pinch them at the end, and then heel a plait. Like keep bringing it into the middle.
Mama.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you. So I'm dividing my ball into 4 pieces.
Yeah.
Then I take 1 piece and divide it into 3 pieces.
Yes. Roll them into. Yeah.
Then I'm making a plait.
Yeah. So now I've just showed you what you can do. Please be quiet though. What you can do that's extra to like infuse it with extra flavor. You can just keep it plain. So I've got 1 here. 1 second. Bella just needs the chocolate. She's going to show us what to do with chocolate.
The wax lady.
Okay, so here.
Oh, I just got on.
Hi, Vivian.
I know when I was doing it on YouTube, I just panicked with the Zoom. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Like that from the Israeli boy trying to help his mother with the Zoom. I was a bit like that.
Oh, so were you watching us on YouTube?
What?
Were you watching us on YouTube?
Yes, I was watching you, so I've done, except one thing I did wrong, incorrectly.
Yeah.
Instead of putting these on the flour on the other side, I kind of put it in the middle,
Oh, it doesn't matter.
so stuff was falling in.
Doesn't matter. It should work.
Okay, cool.
If it's instant yeast, it should work really. Like it's. Okay. Yeah. So Bella wants to show you what she's doing. We've got some like chocolate ganache, and we're gonna spread it. So you.
Yum.
There you go. This is gonna be more like a babka.
Yum, Bella.
Should we make it a little babka, a little cake for Shabbos?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is like I heated up some coconut milk and put in some dark chocolate. And
You mean adult chocolate?
it's adult chocolate, as Bella calls it. And
That's something funny.
we're spreading it all around. And then on top of that, I've got a mixture of cacao and coconut sugar. And we'll sprinkle that on top. Sprinkle it all over.
Okay, so dark chocolate and coconut milk, not coconut oil.
Yeah, coconut milk. And just to make like a kind of a ganache that we could spread. And then on top, there's a mixture of cacao and coconut sugar. And then we're just going to roll it up. And this turns it into a babka.
Do all of it because there's some spots of chocolate.
That's okay. It will all melt when we cook it. So this is just going to be a mini one, but like if you have one long strand, or you could divide it in two, and then just twist it onto itself and put it in a loaf pan, and you've got yourself a babka.
Can I make another one?
In a minute.
I have a question.
Sure.
If I would have made one colour,
Yeah.
bring the other three pieces,
Yeah.
yeah?
What I found better for freezing is make all the challah, bake them, and then freeze the baked challah. I have tried freezing the dough and it doesn't work as well. Freezing the dough doesn't work as well.
Can I put some tomatoes in the pesto?
Yeah, sure.
You know, I know what went wrong with me.
What?
My eggs were too big.
Oh, could be there was more liquid. Yeah, that's why it's not exact. Fill it and add more flour as you need.
After eating this kind of organ again.
I'm gonna make another.
Another bread, 1 minute.
I'm gonna make another chocolate.
So I've got cookie sheets. I can get the baking paper out. Yep. I'm just going to line it with baking paper. Oh, 1 second. Here you go. So I'll put the challahs on. Once you've braided the challah, it needs to rise again. So this is when you've braided the challah. Now turn on the oven to heat up and let it rise for about half an hour, 45 minutes, up to an hour. And right before you put it in the oven, brush it, like beat up an egg and brush the egg wash onto the challah.
At what temperature is the oven?
It depends on the oven, about 180 to 200.
Mama, can
Fan
you
force,
make
yeah.
a chocolate?
Fan force. And then,
Can you make another
1 minute
chocolate
please.
one?
For how long?
I'll tell you. So once you've brushed it, you can sprinkle. I've got here a mix of seeds. I've got poppy seeds, sesame seeds, whatever you want to sprinkle on top. You can sprinkle chocolate chips, you know, whatever, have fun. So sprinkle that on top with egg wash and then put them in the oven. They need 20 to 25 minutes. So after 20 minutes, have a look, because each oven is so different. So after 20 minutes, have a look. Like if you can, check the bottom. You want to see that the bottom is brown. and when you tap it, it sounds hollow. And also sometimes,
Sorry. You know how you said it has to rise again?
yeah,
Now, once it's risen after half an hour,
yeah,
what do we do to it to make it rise again for another half an hour?
just leave it. The yeast just works.
And then at the end we separate it.
At the end divide it up, yeah, and then braid it. So yeah.
I'm gonna make another chocolate.
In a minute, okay? Yeah. So it depends on each oven how long to cook it for. Start checking on it after 20 minutes. Also, if you're using multiple shelves, it depends on the oven. My oven, I need to sometimes switch them around so they don't get burnt.
And egg wash is just egg white?
No, I use the whole egg. I just beat it up and then brush it on.
Okay.
Yeah. We can meet
Great.
back again if you want later.
Taste it? Yeah, I want to see ours.
Yes, you have to send photos of what yours look like at the end.
I'm gonna make another chocolate one.
Oh, it looks like it came together. It's good. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook.
Bye, Facebook.
See you. Yeah, and you've done it. It worked. And your house will smell really good.
We soon will know if it works. That's 2:30. When are we putting it in, Jeff? When we start the toilet. That's what I'm thinking. Just before I start the challenge, I'm going to put the colour in.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I'm going to go and do my thing, and then I'll be back to braid about midday. By the time I'm finished braiding, it will be 2 o'clock.
That's why I often make challah on Thursday because, yeah, it gets a bit hectic on Friday. But, yeah, if it's a small recipe, it's only 4 challahs, it should be okay.
Mama, I'm gonna make another chocolate. Mama, can I make
Well, now you've got one to share or you can put them in your freezer.
That's it.
Yeah.